Welcome to another 204 race review broadcast. I'm Burnt Guy, and we will be reviewing the last race of Season 9 in the 3G Motorsports RCS Series, Race Car Series. This is Season 9 GT3 Championship, and this is the Pro-Am room. We were unable to save the Sebring race replay, so we're doing the second race of the night at Watkins Glen. And the random order to start the race has Ditto in first, Parcells in second, Jimmy Things in third, VW in fourth, Burnt Guy in fifth, Sleddy's in sixth, FAA Spikers in seventh, 8th is Federal Hercules, 9th is 7.62, and 10th is Skiwee. And we're going to get this race underway with, from my point of view. Little tap there, no big deal. Looks like everybody made it through the first turn. No problem. Parcells didn't get that great of a hole shot on the start, so he's back in fourth. Burnt Guy on his outside. FAA Spiker coming in real quickly in that Audi. 7.62 is right there also on the inside. Ooh, a little bump there too. Burnt Guy gets in front of Parcells for a second, and Parcells gets it right back. And a little contact back there between 7.62 and Spiker. Coming up over the hill, you see VW, Parcells, Burnt Guy, see Spiker and 7.62 right there, followed by Federal Hercules and Sleddy and Skiwee. Looked to be pretty clean racing here. Oh, Burnt Guy, wow, almost really threw that car on him. Be lucky to keep that position as they come down the backstretch. Burnt still holding on to fifth, Spiker and 7.62, and them Audis right behind him. Federal Hercules in that Merc. Burnt's got Parcells in front of him. We got Spiker coming up on Burnt, up to his inside, going to take that position away. 7.62 all over his rear end now, looking for that position, which would be, what, sixth now? Federal Hercules still coming around too in that Merc. Burnt holding on to sixth right now. You see Sleddy Dad coming up around, trying to close in on this group. Coming up over the hill again. Spiker's out in fifth, followed by Burnt in sixth. 7.62 is close behind him, along with Federal Hercules. Got Parcells up there in fourth. In front of him is VW and Jimmy and Ditto. Spiker in fifth, coming around. Jump up here with Parcells. Yeah, Parcells is putting some pressure on VW right now, trying to get around him. VW seems to be driving pretty well so far in this race. His Audi has been able to stay in front of Parcells fairly well. Speaking of Audis, 7.62 pressure and burnt guy in that Porsche. Federal Hercules lurking pretty closely by too. We'll jump back up here with VW and Parcells, who's managed another lap with him staying in front of Parcells. But, whoa, what man, Parcells come into that chicane hot, fast, and pretty much under control. There was a little contact as he crossed in front of VW. And then he went into the grass, but it didn't throw him off, and he kept going and made the pass and made up a lot of time right there in getting in front of VW for third place. We're back here with Spiker and Burnt and 7.62 and Federal Hercules. These guys seem to have a pretty good four-way battle going on. Pretty close. Some hard racing here. Federal Hercules is putting a little pressure on 7.62 at this time. Jump back up here and see how things are going at the front with Ditto and Jimmy Things. Ditto's driving the heck out of that Audi here. I mean, not only is it a fast track, it's got a lot of handling curves to it too. So you'd think that the BMW and the Porsche would do fairly well here. But what I've been surprised is how well the Merc and the Audi have been doing here. Parcells just and had another self-inflicted wound on another track for himself and lost a few positions there. He went from third to sixth, seventh, eighth. Yeah. Hit the tire wall, spun out. Well, at least he spun out and come back on the track and was able to keep going. So I guess it could have been worse. He could have lost more time. He just lost positions. Now he's back to 7.62. Burnt and Spiker and VW and let's see, Ditto and Jimmy Things are still out front. .62 seems to have his Audi under control today. He's been driving really solid, making nice lines. And after that little excursion off track, it looks like Parcells is back to himself and driving solid again. VW and Spiker going at it. Spiker's trying to make a move on VW for third position. Woo, man, he is pushing it. Man, VW is going right out to the edge of the track and not letting up a bit. These two racing allowed the guys behind them to tighten up on him. Burnt 7.62 and Parcells. So we got a few guys going for third position. Oh, Burnt goes wide. Spiker behind VW. Burnt. Oh, Burnt's mishap. He went straight into the wall. He's going to lose positions. VW tapped the wall there coming out of the turn. Back up here with Jimmy Things and Ditto. Ditto's been having a heck of a time trying to keep Jimmy Things behind him. Jimmy has been putting all kinds of pressure over him. Now he's ready to go try for the lead again. Has he got it? He still gives him a racing lane to the outside, which Ditto is taking advantage of, and taking advantage of that Audi speed by being able to pull back up to the side of him. They're side by side again. Now Jimmy in the lead. Does he got it for good? I think he's got it for good now. I'm sure Ditto won't let him get away from him too far. Looking for a mistake or something. I don't know. Jimmy's been driving real solid. He's the points leader so far this season. I'm not sure if he's led from start to finish or not. I think he may have, but yeah, he's been formidable on the tracks with these selection of cars for this season. Jump back here with Saletti, who's got Federal Hercules close by him. And now we'll jump up with 7.62 and VW. These guys have been racing hard pretty much all race. Once Parcells got around VW, and VW dropped back with the other guys that were behind him, that 5 or 6. 7.62 was made it out of that and is now with VW alone. These guys are both in the Audi, and they both seem to be driving them well today, having good lines, keeping up the speed through the turns. Little bobble out of 7.62 there. Ooh, Federal Hercules went. No, that wasn't Federal. That was Saletti Dad. Saletti Dad went wide and caught the wall and shot him to the other side. Back up here, VW and 7.62. Wait, 7.62 get a run there or what? Yeah, he got a run, but he's trying to keep up with another Audi, so even though he had the run, that Audi still had the horsepower to keep him away. Not like Burnt's Porsche. VW pushing it and driving on the edges and keeping it under control too, so it's looking good. He's having a really good day. I'm sure these two guys are having lots of fun racing side by side here. Good stuff, fellas. Good stuff. Jump up here at the front, and it looks like Ditto is closed up a bit on Jimmy Things and is pressuring him for the lead again. He wants it back. Oh, but he's got some kind of strategy. It's that time for the pits. And after he pitted, Here comes Jimmy Things for his pit. Jimmy's one of the later pitters here, so it's pretty much cycled through by the time he gets out of the pits. Let's see if he can stay in front of Ditto. Ditto pitted earlier. I think he was trying to get an advantage on tires. See if he could make up any time, and let's see what happens here. No, there's Ditto in back of him. He wasn't able to get in front of him through the pit stop. In fact, I think he was a bit closer when he pitted than he is now. There's quite a bit of gap between him and Jimmy, but he's got hot tires. Let's see if he can make up any time or close up any space on this gap here before Jimmy. Oh yeah, before Jimmy's tires get warm, because those were cold. I wasn't making that turn. Although sending you out in the grass there, if you just keep it straight, it doesn't affect you much at all. After all the pit stops cycled through, Parcells, who pitted very early and had concerns about his tires, is in third now, very comfortably. Spikers in fourth, 7.62s in fifth. Spikers had a really good race today. He has driven the heck out of his Audi. In fact, this is this week is the most competitive I've seen him in the series for this season so far. I believe he's really drove well. Sleddy Dad having a much better outing at Sebring than he has here. He's struggled here and had a bout with the wall. And Skiwi is still plugging away at the back of the pack. You know, I must say, even though Skiwi's at the back of the pack, quite a bit out of it. Sometimes he gets lapped. He always stays in the race, and at the start of the race, he's so competitive. He's pulling times. He's driving in pack, just like everyone else, right with everyone else. Very hard to pass. Very competitive. I'm not sure what happens during the race, if his concentration fades or he gets unlucky or what, but he seems to fade, and he ends up losing positions and is usually toward the back of the pack in most races, but he's always racing, always competitive, and always finishes. Looks like the field's spread out pretty good now. Imagine you're not going to see battles as in earlier in the race. So we'll check out through the field, and we'll see where the best battles are. It looks like, is the best battle for first? Nah, it can't be, right? Oh, especially not now. Didn't see that. Holy moly, Ditto wiped out. And Parcells is right there. Can Ditto hold him off after having that accident? Parcells to the inside, trying to get around him. Ooh, that Audi's fast coming down here. Parcells got to run. And he is out in front of Ditto. Can he hold it? Oh, late in the race. Ditto wipes out. And Parcells, and the replay ends. So we didn't get to see it, but here's the finishing order. Jimmy Things gets the second win of the night, and he wins the season overall with a dominating performance for the season. Parcells took second. Ditto was third. Fourth was FAA Spiker. Fifth, 7.62. Sixth, VW. Seventh, Burnt Guy. Eighth, Federal Hercules. Ninth, Saletti Dad. And 10th was Skiwee. Well, thanks for watching.